Hi, Paraton Weather Meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday morning, July 19th. A pretty nice morning here to begin the day in the Mid-Atlantic region. All in all, looks like a fairly comfortable week for late July in much of the eastern part of the nation. The heaviest rainfall over the next several days looks like it'll be confined to the south, the south, central, and southeastern parts of the U.S. and again, some monsoonal type moisture out across the Four Corners region of the southwestern part of the states. And we'll go over that kind of information over the next few minutes. On the tropical scene, quiet right now. It looks like it'll be quiet at least for the next several days. This is the official map from NOAA's National Hurricane Center. Nothing at all in existence right now, and nothing is expected at least for the next few days. Now here's a forecast map for total rainfall over the next 5 days by NOAA's Prediction Center. Again, a couple areas I want to emphasize here. First of all, significant amount of rain across the south central and southeastern part of the nation. This includes Florida Peninsula as well, with at least a few inches of rain on the table. Again, for the next 5 days, this goes from this morning, Monday morning, all the way to Tuesday morning. And look at all this out here. A continuation of a monsoonal flow of air, moisture coming in from the southeast and the south towards the Four Corners region, and a decent amount of rainfall over the next 5 days in that part of the nation. The immediate mid-Atlantic region here, let's say from D.C. to New York City, not all that much this week in terms of rainfall. In fact, looks like a comfortable week in places like Philadelphia, New York City. Comfortably warm temperatures, especially during the second half of the week, with high temperatures probably confined to the middle 80s, even a few degrees below normal for this time of the year. Normal at National Airport right now in Washington is about 90 degrees. And they'll be right around that mark for much of this week, with afternoon high temperatures right around the 90-degree mark. So again, the heaviest rainfall really across the southern U.S., from the southeast to the south central, and then the Four Corners region out across the western and southwestern part of the nation. Well, we've talked about precipitation. Let's talk about temperatures right now across the nation. First of all, let's start off here. This is the composite map through the first half of July for temperature anomalies. This map from WeatherBell Analytics. And again, it covers the temperature anomalies from July 1st all the way through July 15th. And we've all heard about the tremendous heat wave, intense heat wave out across the northwestern states, extending up into British Columbia part of Canada, and that's indicated right here with all this above normal temperature pattern here in terms of colors. Very, very extreme heat across Washington, Oregon, into Idaho and Nevada as well, and again as well in British Columbia. But also of note is all this below normal temperature pattern here, especially over Texas. Texas has been certainly kind of a surprise to me in terms of the summer time forecast that we issued last spring. Expected to be basically a hot and dry summer from Texas all the way to California. That certainly has not been the case across the state of Texas. Not only have they been wetter than normal, but also cooler than normal, really substantially cooler than normal across Texas and Oklahoma up into the heartland of the country for the first half of the month of July. Now let's take a look at temperature anomalies going forward for the rest of July. And this is how it looks from last night's 6Z operational run of the GFS for this morning, Monday morning. Cooler than normal conditions. Start the day, start the week here across the middle of the nation and all the way into the mid-Atlantic region. A lot of hotter than normal conditions out across Montana, North Dakota, into the same area that has been hotter than normal for the first half of the month of July. Now let's move forward here, and a couple of nice air masses coming into the northeastern part of the nation, but again, a continuation of that same pattern with below normal conditions across the heartland, above normal across some of the northwestern part of the nation. In the mid-Atlantic region, not at all unreasonable for the latter part of July. Again, could see temperatures at or below normal. Places like Philadelphia and New York City for much of this week, especially the second half of the week, and below normal conditions at midweek extend from Texas all the way up into southeastern Canada. And that nice air mass moves into the northeastern part of the nation. Looks like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday could very well be refreshing days. Even down in D.C. likely to be somewhat below normal by the time we get into the Thursday, Friday, Saturday time period, with dry conditions as well, basically extending from Texas to New England by the second half of the work week, and continuation of above normal conditions as we end the week here. This is a Friday afternoon forecast map. Below normal on average from New England all the way into Texas, but above normal across the northern plains. Well, let's now take a look at the surface forecast maps, and again we emphasize a lot of rain down across the southeastern part of the nation, the south central part of the nation, and really into the Four Corners. And look at this as we begin the week here. That is what is indicated by this morning forecast map by the GFS. A lot of the green confined to the southern part of the nation. Nice start to the day in the Mid-Atlantic region. Now let's move forward here. Same sort of pattern here as we get into Tuesday afternoon. A lot of rainfall down across the Gulf coastal region, and not any rainfall in the Mid-Atlantic region. And by this time here we have a frontal system sliding into the Mid-Atlantic region by the time we get into midweek right here. Wednesday morning frontal passage right along the I-95 corridor region, and it's very nice when you see a high pressure system to your north and west this time of the year. Indeed, over the western part of the Great Lakes at midweek, and a nice air mass will flow into the Mid-Atlantic region, the northeast U.S. following the passage of that frontal system. And here we go into the Thursday, Friday, Saturday time period. We have very nice weather conditions across New England, across the Mid-Atlantic region, all thanks to a nice Canadian high pressure system that will eventually drop right into the Mid-Atlantic region by the end of the work week. Meanwhile, we'll end the week with more rain across the southeast, south central U.S., and all the way into the Four Corners region. So primary area for rainfall over the next 5 days across the southern part of the nation, and really all in all a nice week. Places like the Mid-Atlantic region, northeastern part of the nation. It will stay hotter than normal though across much of the northwestern, the interior northwestern part of the U.S. That's it for now. For ParatonWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.